Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So, hello, good afternoon, everyone out there in the virtual space, those who follow us, those who are concerned about the weather, what's happening. It's beautiful out there in the Atlantic, beautifully dangerous, if there's something called that. It's looking beautiful, but it's dangerous. And last week we didn't touch that stuff about it going to Bermuda, but subsequently I saw something to that effect. But nonetheless, we're here again today. It's Monday. It's looking beautiful on the outside, sunny. Sometimes it got a little hot and sticky, but nonetheless, we're here to give you a weather update, lest you become frightened by all those red lights in the Atlantic. Here with us this afternoon is our friend, your friend, Mr. Lenard Josiah, to give us our weather update on Whispering Hope. So Josiah, welcome.
Good afternoon to you, my brother. Hope that you had a wonderful weekend. Not so bright, just as you said, for folks in Bermuda. We were monitoring Paulette for us, and Paulette went in and slammed into them with some very strong winds in excess of 80, 90 miles per hour, gusting even higher. So you can appreciate that they went through a bit of trauma during the course of the weekend. But I'm so happy to be with you this afternoon because the tropics are well alive, and I can't remember the last time that we saw the tropics this alive. And by the way, we have reached down to the V name, which is Vicky. And the next name is going to be Wilfred. That's the last name on the alphabet with respect to the storm names before we get over into the Greek alphabet. And this is the month of September, and we are definitely roaring ahead in terms of the Atlantic hurricane season. The good thing about it is that all these storms, they are forming well around us. They are remaining fish storms. Let's keep it fish storms so that they don't necessarily have to impact us. But for our folks someplace in the United States, we're looking at Sally. That's going to be impacting them as a storm, as a hurricane, winds in excess of 90 miles per hour, possibly stronger. That's going to be tonight, going on into tomorrow. But I know that many individuals are going to be talking about Teddy. But first, my brother, can we bring up the National Hurricane Center's front page so that we can show individuals that the Atlantic season is well alive. We have Sally just west of the Florida Panhandle. There is a yellow dot. By the way, we have tropical disturbances, we have tropical depressions, we have tropical storms, we have hurricanes, all on one picture this afternoon right here. And definitely the Atlantic hurricane season is well alive. So you could see all these dots right now. The good news about them, they are all remaining well away from Antigua and Barbuda. Even for Teddy, the major concern of Teddy, before I get down into that yellow dot that just came off of Africa, even down to Teddy in and of itself continues to be a worry. But here is what we are likely to see. Teddy is forecast to move towards the west. It's currently moving towards the west. When we say moving towards the west, it means that it's bringing the islands of the Eastern Caribbean into greater focus. But the next couple of days will certainly be significant. Teddy currently is located over 1,200 miles east of the Eastern Caribbean, with winds currently of 50 miles per hour. It's currently located in an environment that favors strengthening. So don't be alarmed that you hear Teddy has strengthened. But the forecast is for Teddy not only to strengthen, but Teddy to rapidly intensify within the next 24 to 48 hours. Some of the computer models are bringing Teddy into a major hurricane, meaning winds in excess of 115 miles per hour as it moves towards the northeast. So as it moves towards the west in the next 24 hours, here's what we can expect. While it is true that we are looking at the winds, the likelihood of it becoming a strong hurricane, we are mostly focusing on the track this afternoon. The track suggests that not only will it come towards the west, but in the next 24 hours, take a very sudden curve up towards the west, the northwest, and northwest. And as it takes this sudden curve out at sea, it should remain a safe distance away from the Eastern Caribbean. That is what we are hoping. However, this is not room for comfort, because any shift towards the west which it has done during the course of the day, could bring the center and bring the system closer to the island chain. So this is a call not necessarily to be frightened, but this is a call just to be enough concerned for you to listen to future updates and monitor the system very closely. But for us right now, it's forecast to pass between 200 and 400 miles to the northeast of the island chain, which is a significant distance out at sea. Now, brother? Okay, great, great. Yeah, I'm not hearing you right there.
It's exciting out there. And Teddy, what's causing Teddy to make that shift? What's causing Teddy to make that shift? Because I'm looking at it with my common eye, as every other citizen, and it seems to be smack moving into the islands there. Nothing can change it. But when I see that loop, it's almost looking impossible to get to that direction from where it is.
Which is true. Which is true. Many individuals are looking at the satellite photograph this afternoon, and they are looking at the motion that it is moving currently. We have had many calls of concern bearing the fact that they see a westerly motion. That is true. That is definitely true. The motion currently right now is towards the west. And when I said earlier that its motion is towards the west, it's bringing the islands of the Eastern Caribbean into greater focus. What we are mostly concerned about is that the forecast track, not necessarily that it's moving towards the west right now, but the forecast track suggests that it will come off of that westerly track and take a curve out at sea. And that curve will be significant to spare us of any impact from Tropical Storm Teddy at this stage. So what we are hoping that the track models continue to hold and the track models continue to be accurate. If they are accurate, then we can place our comfort in the fact that it is remaining significant or a significant distance away from the island chain. But much of it is in response to the weakness in the Atlantic high pressure system. Remember that we have been always talking about that Atlantic high pressure system. That Atlantic high pressure system is not as strong as it was in the last couple of months. So it's not as strong to keep those systems down. So those systems are now escaping towards the north in the weakness of the high. So good news. That is certainly good news. So let's keep the high in its weakened state so that Teddy can escape towards the north. However, if the high
are going through a little technical difficulty, and we'll be back with you shortly.
ends up that is going to allow you that concern to monitor, and that's what we're going to be doing.
So monitor it is.
Monitor it is.
As we looked at the Atlantic, there's some other things happening around off the coast of Africa. What's the protection for those?
Great. Well, that area of disturbed weather that came off the coast of Africa, that yellow dot or that yellow spot that you see right there, that yellow spot has about a 40% chance of development in the next couple of days. And I'm so happy, brother, that you have brought up this, because you will see that the areas of cloudiness that is leaving Africa, where the National Hurricane Center and most of our computer models are suggesting that that spot will find some favorable area, favorable atmospheric conditions, and that too might develop. If it does develop, you might be hearing about Tropical Storm Wilfred. Who knows? We're going to be monitoring that. But for right now, that is so far out at sea, over 2,000 miles out there. We will be monitoring it, but there's no need for any undue alarm. We're going to be asking individuals to monitor it as it moves off towards the west, albeit very slowly. So yes, there's another area that we're going to be monitoring off the coast of Africa. It's nothing immediate. However, we will be monitoring it.
I'm really fascinated with what's going on out there. I don't believe I haven't been paying keen attention except when the storm in, but looking at the everything this season. And I'm seeing all those colors out there. I can't imagine that it has been like that in the recent past, that decorated. But the good thing, as you said earlier, that we have been spared. They've been all moving around us in the area. So it's been an active season, but very little trouble for the people. And so, and the economies. COVID is really taking a toll on us. And for the storms to do even greater work, it's just mind-boggling. But thank you again for the update this afternoon. Truly informative, and really appreciate it. I know that again tonight, it seems like you're the one going to be delivering the national forecast. God's blessing with you, that everything will go well and you'll have a successful presentation this evening. Take care. God bless you, my brother.
Thank you so much, my brother.